Overexploitation of natural resources. The unsustainable exploitation of natural resources, such as overfishing, illegal logging, and poaching, threatens the survival of many plant and animal species. Unsustainable harvesting practices deplete populations, disrupt food chains, and compromise the integrity of ecosystems. Responsible resource management, sustainable harvesting practices, and the implementation of effective conservation measures are essential to safeguarding biodiversity and ensuring the long-term sustainability of natural resources. Disruption of ecological interactions. Resource extraction and human activities can disrupt crucial ecological interactions between species. For example, the removal of certain plant species through deforestation can impact pollinators, leading to a decline in pollination and reduced reproductive success for both plants and pollinators. Similarly, the loss of top predators due to hunting or habitat destruction can trigger trophic cascades, altering the entire food web and negatively impacting other species within the ecosystem. Degradation of ecosystem health. Human activities often contribute to the degradation of ecosystem health, which has ripple effects on plant and animal species. Pollution from industries, agriculture, and improper waste management can lead to the accumulation of toxins in ecosystems, affecting the health and reproductive capabilities of plants and animals. This can result in reduced population sizes, genetic abnormalities, and impaired ecosystem functioning. Changes in species interactions and dynamics. Resource extraction and human activities can alter species interactions and ecological dynamics, leading to imbalances within ecosystems. For instance, the removal of certain predator species can result in an increase in prey populations, leading to overgrazing or overconsumption of resources. Similarly, the introduction of non-native species can disrupt natural predator-prey relationships, causing cascading effects throughout the ecosystem. Loss of cultural and traditional knowledge. The impacts of resource extraction and human activities extend beyond ecological consequences. Many indigenous and local communities rely on the natural environment for their cultural and traditional practices. The loss of plant and animal species due to habitat destruction or overexploitation not only threatens biodiversity but also erodes the cultural heritage and traditional knowledge of these communities. Preserving biodiversity is essential for maintaining cultural diversity and the rich tapestry of human experiences. Economic implications. The impacts of resource extraction and human activities on plant and animal species have economic ramifications as well. Ecosystem services provided by these species, such as pollination, water purification, and soil fertility, have significant economic value. The degradation or loss of these services can lead to increased costs for society, including the need for artificial substitutes or expensive restoration efforts. Protecting biodiversity and maintaining healthy ecosystems can contribute to sustainable economic development and long-term prosperity. Ethical and moral imperative. Recognizing the impacts of resource extraction and human activities on plant and animal species goes beyond practical and economic considerations. It is an ethical and moral imperative to respect the intrinsic value of all living beings and preserve the diversity of life on Earth. Each species has a right to exist and fulfill its ecological role, and it is our responsibility as stewards of the planet to ensure their survival for future generations. Conservation and sustainable practices. Addressing the impacts of resource extraction and human activities requires a multifaceted approach. Conservation efforts, including protected areas, habitat restoration, and species reintroduction programs, play a crucial role in preserving plant and animal species. Adopting sustainable practices in industries, agriculture, and everyday life can minimize the negative impacts on ecosystems and promote a more harmonious relationship between humans and the natural world.